Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back to That's English.
Hello. In our last programme, Tom bought a new car. He wanted to make his dreams come true. Quería que sus sueños se hicieran realidad.
Unfortunately, his dreams didn't come true. He had to sell the car and he lost a lot of money.
So, what do you do if you buy something and it doesn't work properly? Well, you have to complain. Tienes que quejarte.
Listen to these British people. What have they complained about? Do you complain about the same things?
The last time I complained about something, I was travelling by train. And my train was late. And I complained. And the man was horrible. He said, "Why are you bothering to complain? The trains are always late." But I still complained.
I think the last time I complained was when I didn't get enough beer in my glass. I asked for some more and they happily gave me some.
I remember when I bought a dress from a shop and it was of inferior quality. So I took the dress back and I complained and they gave me the money back straight away.
I don't think the English complain enough. They always accept what's given to them. But I, for example, complained about my car when the mechanic didn't fix it and I had to take it back.
Those people complained about a late train, about beer, a dress, and a car.
Listen again to the man talking about his car.
I, for example, complained about my car when the mechanic didn't fix it and I had to take it back.
The mechanic didn't fix it and I had to take it back. El mecánico no lo reparó bien y tuve que llevarlo de nuevo. Take back es uno de esos verbos con partícula de los que hablamos en el programa anterior. Fíjate en cómo en ocasiones se intercalan otras palabras entre las dos partes del verbo.
Here's another useful expression. I got my money back. Me devolvieron el dinero. Why did Louisa get her money back?
About 6 months ago, I went for a meal and there was a hair in it, so I complained and I got my money back.
There was a hair in her meal, so she got her money back.
Here's another very useful expression. It kept breaking down. Se averiaba continuamente. Listen carefully. What kept breaking down?
I recently had loads of problems with my video recorder, which kept breaking down, and it even destroyed one of the cassettes I put in it.
His video recorder kept breaking down.
Here's Christopher. What happened to his boots?
2 months ago, I bought a pair of boots in Cambridge. I took them home, put them on, but 2 weeks later they'd fallen apart. So I took them back to the shop.
So, what had happened to Christopher's boots? He put them on, se las puso, and 2 weeks later they'd fallen apart. Se habían hecho pedazos.
And now, how to be British, talking about money. The British hate talking about money.
For example, if someone has bought something new, it's very impolite to ask them, "How much did it cost?"
Here are two men in a pub, and one of them has just bought a new house. It's a Georgian house built in the 18th century, una casa de estilo Rey Jorge construida en el siglo XVIII. Well, how much did it cost?
Yes. Very nice. No, it's not bad, is it?
It looks expensive.
Well, we bought it because it's Georgian, 18th century.
Georgian houses are always expensive, aren't they?
We've always loved Georgian architecture. It's so stylish.
But it's not cheap, is it? And it's in a very expensive part of the town.
Well, my wife wanted to be close to our son and his wife.
Very nice. If you can afford it.
Yes.
I don't know how you do it.
The gardens need a little work, but we have a gardener once a week.
Gardens? A gardener? Well, you know, I've got a good job. I've worked hard all my life, and I can only afford a small house at the other end of town.
That's too bad.
I mean, this house must have cost £320,000 or more.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Good heavens, no.
Well, a lot, then.
Well, I wouldn't really like to say.
Go on. Tell me, how much does a house like this cost? Roughly. More or less. These days.
Well, I suppose a house like this, as far as I know, would be about roughly in the region of something like £300,000, more or less.
You're only interested in money, aren't you?
Well, how much did it cost? We don't know. He really didn't want to say. And he didn't like the other man asking him about the price of the house. So, here's a good rule when you're talking to British people. Don't talk about money.
And now it's time for the news. Not today's news, no. Let's find out what were the main news stories 400 years ago.
News, news. Oye! First, the headlines. Tobacco is smoked in the court of Queen Elizabeth. Sir Walter Raleigh plants potatoes in Ireland. But our main story is about the tobacco brought back by Sir John Hawkins from the New World. Now, over to our health correspondent, Sir Sidney Walsingham. Sir Sidney, how did this tobacco smoking start?
Well, Trevor, it seems that the Indians in America started it. Then Sir John Hawkins brought some tobacco back from the New World and started smoking it in the court of Queen Elizabeth.
So, why are so many people starting to smoke tobacco?
Well, Trevor, I think it's mainly fashion. The fashionable gentlemen started smoking, and now everyone wants to copy them. And of course, some doctors think smoking is good for you.
How would I feel if I smoked some tobacco?
Well, Trevor, you'd feel sick. But they say that you would get used to it.
Fire! This is a problem with smoking. Ordinary people often think you're on fire. Back to you in the studio, Trevor.
And now for the rest of the news. Sir Walter Raleigh has always been seen as one of the cleverest people of the Elizabethan age. But today he did something that most people in the court are saying is very stupid. Sir Walter has taken this strange potato plant from the New World and has planted it in Ireland. People say the potato will be a very popular food in Britain. What will he think of next? That's all the news from me. Goodbye.
Poor Trevor. Se mareó al fumar tabaco, pero ya le habían avisado.
How would I feel if I smoked some tobacco?
Well, Trevor, you'd feel sick.
Aquí tenemos una oración condicional del segundo tipo. Se suele usar, como sabéis, para hacer conjeturas sobre el presente o el futuro. Vanessa, today we've been talking about buying and selling things. Have you bought anything lately?
Yes, I've bought a new watch.
What would you do if your watch broke?
If my watch broke, I'd take it back.
What would you do if it broke again?
I'd complain and I'd get my money back from the shop.
We're going to look at a film about supermarkets now.
Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Remember, the gist is the important thing. Recuerda que con que entiendas lo esencial es suficiente.
As you watch, try and answer the following questions. What is the film clip about? And what are the main advantages of a supermarket?
Those who sell and all who manufacture what is sold know that American women often have the deciding voice in whatever we come to buy. They offer her the romance, the adventure of choosing from foods gathered from the four corners of America, and indeed from all the world, all well lighted for selection, placed where she can reach them, arranged for time-saving as well as money-saving selection, even though she may shop only once a week. Behind all she sees and buys are suppliers, and suppliers of suppliers, men and women who know how much the many pennies they save in handling what she buys before she buys may mean to her in individual purchases. These are pennies saved that enable her to give the family more for the penny. Looking for low price, she may be wiser than those who think the most is always the cheapest.
So, what was the film clip about? It was about the ways in which American supermarkets try and attract female shoppers.
And what, according to the man, are the advantages of a supermarket? Tony?
Well, they sell food from all over the world. The food is set out in ways that make it easy to find. And they're good value.
Well done. Next time we're going to talk about the environment, el medio ambiente. I hope you'll join us then. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Tony, my watch. It stopped.
If I were you, I'd take it back.
I don't believe it.